Tired of ads interrupting your favorite show? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Download the Amazon Music app or visit amazon.com/ad-free sports. That's amazon.com/ad-free sports to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime members. Some shows may have ads.
Thanks for choosing this free Anfield Index podcast. If you'd prefer to listen to this or any of our other shows without adverts, then now's the time to check out Anfield Index Pro. With AI Pro, you can supercharge your entire listening experience. You'll not only get all of our podcasts without the ads, but you'll have them far faster with our quick publish feature available exclusively for subscribers. AI Pro also puts you in the heart of our sound studio, with an option to listen to many of our shows live and interact with the podcasters in real time as the shows are recording. Upgrading couldn't be easier. AI Pro is available on all popular podcast platforms, and we have our own apps for Apple and Android. Just head on over to AnfieldIndexPro.com and get started today.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Red, your lunchtime catch-up on all things Liverpool FC and your daily reminder that Liverpool are top of the league. It is a Wednesday and nothing is happening. Owen Beck has been recalled from his loan, as everybody will now be aware. Rhys Williams has also been recalled from his loan now. Fair to say he had a different type of loan than Owen Beck. While Beck's loan was undeniably a big success, Rhys Williams has not been a success at Aberdeen. He did have an injury, but he also just struggled to get any sort of traction. Played one game for them in the Challenge Cup and otherwise was left kicking his heels. So best to bring him back, loan him out elsewhere. Same thing obviously has happened with Nat Phillips. Same thing has happened with Fabio Carvalho. You would have to look at the fact that we've had some really unsuccessful loans this season and hope that the club can work their way through that and start finding better loans for some of our younger players to, number one, help them develop, but number two, put them in the shop window so that potentially we might be able to sell them and make some money. Calvin Ramsey's obviously had a weird loan at Preston. You'd wonder if that will last the season. He had an injury. He came back, played okay. Now he seems to be out of the team again. Sepp Vandenberg, his loan has gone very well, though mines are garbage, but he has been good for them. And you'd imagine they'll probably take up their option to buy if they stay up, which they might not. They have not had a particularly good season in the Bundesliga. They currently sit in 16th. They are level on points with Cologne and Darmstadt. Two will go down automatically. One will go into the relegation playoff. If Mainz manage to stay up, I would bet they'd keep Sepp. If they go down, though, they probably won't be able to afford him. James Norris, his loan seems to have been a bit weird as well at Tranmere. Tyler Morton's had a pretty good loan. To be totally honest, I have no idea how the rest have gone, except for Harvey Davies, who I know got booed off by the fans at Crewe in one game, which is unfortunate for a young player. But it seems like Tyler Morton, Owen Beck and Sepp Vandenberg are the three that have had successful loans. You don't hear a lot about the others. So I suppose wait and see. Wait and see how they are when they come back. Wait and see if offers come in for them in the summer. Wait and see if they've developed enough to take a step up to maybe be considered for the first team pre-season tour next year. Maybe Klopp will bring some of them and give them an opportunity. On This is Anfield today, we have 10 Liverpool goals 10 best Liverpool goals that almost happened. This is something that we discussed on Raw after the Newcastle game, after Trent almost scored that worldie. And Sam Milne has put together a top 10 list, and there's some absolute belters. Ones that you just wouldn't remember. Now, there's no excuse not to remember this first one. Costa Simicas versus Lask earlier this season. That was a pretty good effort. Raheem Sterling versus Tottenham in 2014. I'd completely forgotten about this. He danced through a bunch of Spurs players and then completely made a mess of the finish. That would have been a hell of a goal. John Arnorisa versus Tottenham. This is a fairly John Arnorisa-esque kind of strike. This is what you'd imagine John Arnorisa to do in a football. Anytime he gets a sighted goal, it would have been an absolute worldie. The Lazar Markovic one that Guy brought up on the pod, he did score the goal in that game, but this would have been an absolute worldie. This was sensational. Luis Suarez versus Newcastle, 2014, final day of the season. I'm not sure if this one would have counted. I have a feeling it was called back, but would have been, yeah. So this is what it was. This was called back because the ball was deemed to be rolling when Suarez hit it. Unbelievable strike, though. Kenny Dalglish versus Man United, 1980. Well worth a watch. Sam's put videos of most of these in, so you can watch them. Daniel Agger versus Bolton. There was few better sights than Daniel Agger striding out of defence through the midfield and then just unleashing a shot. Sensational footballer. This one smashed into the crossbar, nearly broke the goal frame. The Trent versus Newcastle one. Suarez versus Arsenal comes in at number 2. I'm sorry, that should be number 1. It should be number 1. Unbelievable. That strike is unbelievable. And to this day, I don't know how Kolo Touré misses the follow-up. And then Jamie Carragher on his final appearance for Liverpool, 35 yards out. The crowd roars shoot, and Carragher decides, why not? Let's loose. And I'm glad it didn't go in. I'm glad it didn't go in because we'd never hear the end of it if it had gone in. He'd never stop talking about it. But what a way it would have been to finish off his career. It's an unbelievable strike. Keeper gets nowhere close to it.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've locked in low prices to help you save big store-wide. Look for the locked-in low prices tags and enjoy extra savings throughout the store. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
And what's funny is they almost went down the field and scored then. Glenn Johnson making possibly the only decent defensive intervention of his Liverpool career. There's a piece about Wataru Endo, which is a very good read. I do highly recommend throwing your eyeballs on that one from Adam Beattie. There's the last word on Liverpool versus Newcastle. There's a piece about some Brighton player that doesn't play for us. Who is the best penalty record in the Liverpool squad? I would imagine it's Szoboszlai. If it's not him, it's going to be Darwin. Mo has an 80% hit rate. 36 scored, 9 missed. Darwin has a 100% hit rate. 12 scored, none missed. Szoboszlai, 93.75. 15 scored, 1 missed. Alexis, 88.89. 8 scored, 1 missed. We'll be in good shape if we get to penalty shootouts at any point. Because we'll have Virgil, we'll have Trent. You'd back Robbo from 12 yards. You'd back Gakpo, I think, as well. So that's all positive. 4 ex-Liverpool players have just taken up new managers' jobs and one as an assistant. Yeah, so Charlie Adam has been appointed as the new manager of Fleetwood Town. So good luck to him there. Stephen Colker has become player manager of Malaga City in the Spanish fifth tier. Dirk Kuyt is taking over second division Belgian team Beerschot. He was previously manager of ADO Den Haag and was sacked. That didn't go very well. Harry Kuehl is the new manager of Yokohama F. Marinos in Japan. That's quite cool. He was with Celtic as a coach. He previously managed Barnet. And then Nuri Sahin. Now, Nuri was manager at Antalyaspor in Turkey. And he has left that role, and he's done quite well there. And he's taken over as the new assistant manager of Borussia Dortmund. And it seems to be that the plan is for him to become manager in the summer and Terzic, who's the current manager, to become the sporting director. Now, Terzic was credited with their recruitment in the summer, most of which was not great. So that's a bit of an odd one. But Nuri Sahin, he played decent football with Antalyaspor, and the results were pretty good as well, considering where they were when he took over. Liverpool tracking 22-year-old midfielder labelled the best ball winner in Serie A. This is Morten Frendrup of Genoa. He's a little bit small. He's only about 5'8", 5'9", but he is really, really good. Now, he plays more as a box-to-box midfielder for Genoa rather than a sitting defensive midfielder. He'd be a pretty obvious kind of Trent backup in that hybrid role, considering he used to be a right back. He's not near Trent's level as a passer, but he is a good passer, and he keeps the ball moving well. Paul Gorst has reported it and says it's more likely one for summer. Now, Genoa have said they want him to sign a new contract. And if they do get him to sign a new contract, they'll probably put in a fairly sizable buyout. But he is a decent player. He is for sure a decent player. He's a good player. He's better than decent. FIFA rules block Fabio Carvalho playing for Liverpool before next loan. Yeah, he can't play for 3 clubs in a season. Jamie Carragher names biggest factor in Liverpool turnaround, 1 in 89. What is this? Oh, Van Dijk being back to his best. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. It is undoubtedly the biggest reason. PGMOL provide explanation why Joelinton avoided yellow card versus Liverpool. This will be some bullshit. Let's see now. As relayed by The Times' Henry Winter, Taylor did not go back to show a yellow as the holding offence in the first half that interfered with a promising attack and advantage was played, therefore no caution. That's nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. Nine times out of 10, that's given. Like, we always see advantage played and players booked after the fact. Always. It happens 4 times every weekend in the Premier League, where someone commits a foul, advantage is played, and then the ref goes back and books that player. This is a horseshit excuse for a horseshit performance by a really poor referee. On to Liverpool.com. There is Liverpool transfer news as $49 million contact made, and Jurgen Klopp wants Goncalo Inacio teammate. Okay, we'll come back to that. Gary Neville names Liverpool title. We shouldn't be listening to Gary Neville. David Moyes and West Ham fuming as Mohamed Salah decision as Liverpool gets strange advantage. Okay, we'll look at that. Luis Suarez moment might have just been beaten. That's about the shot that Trent had and the shot that Suarez had. There's a piece about Curtis Jones, a piece about Mo, a piece about Frendrup. Bid expected for 165 million star. There's Alan Shearer talking bobbins. Let's have a look then at what these three pieces are saying. Who's the 49 million? Oh, Manu Kone. You'd definitely be in favour of us going back in for Manu. You definitely would be in favour of us going back in for Manu. He would fit like a glove into this team. And Ousmane Diomande is the player that apparently we want from Sporting. Now, he is a massive talent. Genuinely massive talent. But you don't buy him in January because they won't budge off the buyout clause in January. In the summer, you can generally work a deal. David Moyes was left furious after his side was unable to call on two players against Brighton while Liverpool were able to play Mohamed Salah. But the games weren't played in the same night. The players had to be released by the second. And no, you couldn't have played David because the TV people wanted to. If you want to be angry with someone, be angry with the TV people who picked your game for Tuesday night. Like, it's not Liverpool's fault. But yeah, your game came after the deadline for players to have to go and join up with the national teams. Simple as that. Right, another piece here about Frendrup. And a piece about João Neves. João Neves is really talented, but he's not what we need at all. He's not a six. He's going to be a really good player, but he's too small to be a six for us in the Premier League. I want to check on Anfield Watch because I believe young Maguire has a new piece up. Let's see. There is a predicted starting 11 for the Arsenal game. Mohamed Salah left out of World 11. Only one Liverpool player makes FIFA Pro squad. Let's have a look there. Mohamed Salah leaning towards Liverpool contract. Well, it is Steve Kay, and he's an enormous spoofer, so we won't be listening to anything he has to say. But he is just playing the odds there. It's a piece about Darwin, piece about Endo. Where did Sam Maguire write this piece? Sam definitely wrote something. Sam Maguire. Yeah, there's a Sam Maguire piece on Anfield Watch about Wataru Endo, but for the life of me, I cannot see it on their homepage. The only Endo piece was written by Andy Heatsped, and that was yesterday. Sam wrote this piece today, it would seem. But yeah, find it on Sam's Twitter, at Sam Maguire 90, and give it a read there. Mohamed Salah left out of FIFA Pro. Let's see. Virgil is the only player included in the squad? What? How's that happened? Is this not based on the year 2023 when Virgil did not have anywhere close to his best season? Alisson didn't make it either, apparently. Ederson was picked. Thibaut Courtois hasn't kicked a ball in 5 months. He was picked. Some very funny inclusions. Cristiano Ronaldo included. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. He's playing against plumbers, school teachers. Luka Modric. It's been awful this season. Karim Benzema plays against plumbers. This is madness. Antonio Rudiger, Jesus Lord wept. Anyway, on AnfieldIndex.com, there is a piece about Wataru Endo, a piece about me saying I still don't think we'll win the league. I still think it's City's league to lose. That's just how I view it. And that's how I'm going to view it until there are few enough games left that they can't catch us. That is going to be the mindset and the mantra. That they are favourites to win the league, that they're going to win the league. And if we get to 2 games left and we're 7 points clear, then I'll admit that we might win the league. David Lynch was on Media Matters, and there's the piece on some of his thoughts, and there is a piece on Friendrup. Podcast-wise, there is that Media Matters with David Lynch and Dave Davis. There is post-match Raw from the other night, and there is a new Under Pressure with Dan Kennett, Hamza, Phil Barter, and Cy Brundish. So do give that a listen, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed listening to this Anfield Index show. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel so future podcasts find their way to your device automatically. There's nothing quite like fan engagement, and we'd love to know what you think of anything discussed on this show. The best way to get in touch is over on our free Discord community, where both podcasters and listeners debate the hottest LFC topics 24/7. Sign up free now at AnfieldIndex.com/Discord. You won't regret it. You can also follow us on Twitter at Anfield Index and find us on Facebook by searching for Anfield Index. Oh, and before you go, we'd love it if you could leave us a 5-star review on your favourite podcast app. It only takes a couple of seconds, and it means the world to the people who create these free shows.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.